Hey, what's going on to you, Scorpios? So you Scorpios have the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So it seems to me as if like this ex or person that you could have taken seriously has finally showed up and actually tried to make an offer to you that they think that you Scorpios will like. So now they're trying to like offer or bargain value to you and stuff like this. But the Page of Cups just speaks to how delusional they actually are, because again, you Scorpios are actually way beyond that, where you know you're not going to yell at them or any of that goofy stuff, but whatever it is that they feel like they can offer to you is not really accurate, because you Scorpios don't want anything from them, because that just goes to show how well off you Scorpios actually are. And so they're completely misinterpreting the fact that you Scorpios don't want anything from them, and at the time for them to actually offer something would have been when you were trying to get to know them romantically, right? When you were interested. But, it's the age old practice of people not really appreciating what they have until it's gone. And so you Scorpios also have the Seven of Wands and the Chariot. And, to be quite transparent with y'all, you Scorpios are really just doing your thing, but this person is texting you and reaching out to you and stuff like this. And, you Scorpios, you wish that you don't have to be so cold to them, but you Scorpios are just looking at it like you're not gonna yell, you're not gonna get at them disrespectfully, you're not even gonna say anything to them disrespectfully. A lot of you Scorpios are just looking at it like this is what happens when a person doesn't want to appreciate who and what they have in front of them. And like a lot of you Scorpios just know, a lot of people, a lot of humans as a species got this problem badly. We don't appreciate what's there. We appreciate what's not there. And this type of fickle nature is what puts some people or a lot of people in danger, because they only understand the value of something when they lose it, when they don't have it anymore, when they are applied pressure to in such a way to the point where they didn't want to appreciate what they had when they had it, but now that they don't have it, now it's this instance in which they got to give it up. They got to give up what was valuable that they didn't realize was so valuable. And then now they're in a position where they give it up. Now they understand how valuable it is. Like, I wish I had this. I wish I wouldn't have to give up this, right? Because sometimes people's abundance, it just only proves the irony that they should not have that abundance. And the reason why they shouldn't have it is because of the fact that abundance can reveal people's wastefulness, right? They have so much. They had you Scorpios interested in them, right? And to be in the mind of a Scorpio in a good way is a blessing. That's one of the sayings, right? To be in the mind of a Scorpio in a good way is a blessing, because it usually means that you Scorpios have some good things for the person. And to be in a Scorpio's mind, right? For someone to be in your mind, it is a blessing, because you Scorpios don't really care about the average day-to-day thing, right? Like a lot of you Scorpios look at the day-to-day thing as means to an end, right? Different places that are necessary, but different places to get to an ultimate goal. And see, a lot of the times, a lot of people don't really even catch your fancy, truth be told. So when you have someone that does, they better be very lucky, especially if you Scorpios would like to have gotten to know them seriously. Scorpio, y'all are a zodiac sign that can play. But when you Scorpios meet someone, or you lock eyes on someone that you would potentially want to get to know long term, that person better feel blessed. But then again, this is the catch 22 of the species. A lot of human beings as a species, we don't tend to actually appreciate what's there in front of us. Sometimes we may have it easy. We don't think the most high or whatever we rock with, that we're actually in position, and that things don't always have to be so difficult. Sometimes things can show up easily, right? So a lot of you Scorpios are just looking at it like, well, this is what happens. This is what happens when the person, when people don't take you seriously, because now, based upon principle, you Scorpios are like, well, you gotta do it to them because they didn't want to appreciate you. So this is a lesson that they need to learn the hard way of not having you in their life. And so the star card and the sun card right here is, so a lot of you Scorpios are still going to move on and talk to other people if you're single. Still, you're still going to, try to get to know other people and find out, what type of people are out here and see if you can actually build something with another person. And yet again, if they end up getting or striking your fancy, it's good luck for them. It's very good luck or good fortune for them. Hopefully they don't mess it up. Hopefully, sorry, my head itching. Hopefully they don't mess it up. you know? And so then you have the Ten of Swords right here. And the Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Strength card. And not only that too, but not only that too, but you Scorpios are also not going to accept when someone is trying to project their nonsense onto you as well. A lot of you Scorpios learning y'all value. A lot of you, like I said before, a lot of you Scorpios coming into wealth. A lot of you already knew that you could do it. A lot of you Scorpios, you put yourselves in positions to where you don't have to deal with drama romantically, familiarly, also friendship-wise, right? You don't tell people certain things that's going to put you in a worse disposition. And then you Scorpios are essentially, you're working towards something. You know what you're working towards. It's heading in that direction if it already hasn't reached that direction. And if it has, you have met your goal, then you're only going to meet greater goals, right? As you set even better goals or greater goals. So again, if a person is in your mind, then it's a blessing, because you Scorpios are being put in very good dispositions and being blessed in that regard, you know? And if you decide that if you Scorpios decide that you want to actually get to know a person, because you Scorpios are looking, I'm seeing some of you Scorpios have significant others, but I'm also seeing that a lot of you Scorpios are on the hunt. Y'all are looking. And again, stupid people, you're going to see the damage that a lot of people are showing you, because you Scorpios won't actually make it to relationships and stuff like this. Why? And I know it sounds obtuse, but the reason why is because you Scorpios are going to get a chance to see that a lot of people, they saying that, they have this obsession with this lifestyle, right? Like, they want someone that's well off, but they wouldn't. But it only proves that when you Scorpios are around, they really don't know what it looks like when a person is well off in many different ways, if the person was showing up right there in front of them. So a lot of you Scorpios are really looking for talent. You're looking for someone that can actually see a good thing when it arrives, right? And not just give you a difficult time because, they don't want to seem too interested in all that other type of stuff, right? Not trying not to look thirsty, quote unquote, whatever that means and all of that, right? And so a lot of you Scorpios are just paying attention to see who really wants it. Like, who is gonna, I'm not saying that they have to lose their self-respect, but at the same time, who is going to actually try to get to know you for real, and without having to look too cool for school, you know? So let's clarify the strength card. You have the King of Cups, Six of Pentacles, King of Wands, the Devil card, and then you have the Seven of Swords, right? To clarify the Strength card. The Strength card is you Scorpios standing on business, that you Scorpios know what y'all want, right? And that, you know, no one can try to like tell you or try to convince you that you got to accept people's baggage as a part of a relationship, right? That people come in with baggage and that you Scorpios should just be okay with it and accept it and all of that. Nah, you Scorpios are not listening to that. And the more they talk that is the more suspicious you Scorpios are. Because the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles is because you Scorpios have an idea in mind. Like, you know, you're bringing value to the table. And a person want and people want so much, especially over the internet, right? They talk that they want so much from you, but then what are they willing to actually give? And then when you hear them talk, a lot of people are not really willing to give much, if anything at all. And that's not a go. That's a no-go. That's a non-starter. And the King of Wands, again, you're seeing the damage or you're seeing the baggage that like people will just be super zesty, right? Sassy, all this attitude, all of this. I'm going to take control of this situation and tell you what to do, but you can't have anything and you better not tell me what to do. And in the eyes of you Scorpios, that's a dub because they don't understand what it means to be with you, nor do they understand what it means to be with a Scorpio. Like being with zodiac signs like a Scorpio or a Capricorn, a person is going to have to show their devotion. A person is going to have to, you know what I'm saying? A person is going to have to like show their loyalty, right? Like they're going to have to show up for those zodiac signs. They can't just hang out with you Scorpios a couple of times. You Scorpios can hang out with people and still see them as individuals that are just acquaintances. Just acquaintances, right? You Scorpios don't necessarily have to see individuals like they are friends, family, relationship, significant others. Like that requires work. So if a person thinks that they're just going to hang around you because you got money and they going to hang around you a couple of times and make it seem like y'all so good and come kissing up to you and all that stuff, that's not going to work. They got to actually show you that they care about your overall well-being, that they want you Scorpios to win too. And I, you know, see you Scorpios developing a very keen eye to that stuff. Like you're trained for this. A lot of you Scorpios are built for this. A lot of you Scorpios took a lot of the stuff that I had to say and you took it into consideration. That you Scorpios become your own masters and students in your own right when it comes to really peeping game with this stuff, which is an amazing thing, because a lot of you are going to be harder to get one over on, right? A person's appeal, a person's body is not going to be so easily it's not the only thing that they have. It's not the only thing that you're going to want. You know, you're going to want their devotion. You're going to want their mind. You're going to want to know that you and this person actually are on the same page with one another. Trust is established. Is there trust even there? Even there? Is this interaction transactional? All that type of stuff. And again, a lot of you Scorpios are still shopping around. You're still looking. You're still trying to see who is who. You know what I'm saying? You haven't really met anyone that catches your fancy as of yet, but you're still looking around. But you Scorpios are just kind of seeing that, you know, some people just got some real issues. And it's the truth, because you Scorpios will go up to them and say, what's up? And they don't know who you are. They don't know what you are about, right? And all of this stuff. And they look goofy while they doing it, because they don't know who you are, nor do they know what you are about. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I'm at 20,448 subs. Smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell. Also, too, come through and get a personal reading. The link to that is in the comment section below. Peace.